Welcome, listeners. This is a message recorded by Michael Rubin, the head of IPO, regarding the tape that you are about to hear. This is federal level intelligence, not to be shared elsewhere, not even by word. Those who view or listen to the following media are legally bound to a non-disclosure agreement. Those who infringe upon this ruling will be pursued in the court of law by IPO and the government of the location of the viewer. This is an automated message to those who may listen to this audio. Be warned that it may cause distress or negative reaction. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Activity Log 1. This is Unit 14. Dr. Lewis Bryce. Recording Day 1's data and research log. I was born in Columbus, Ohio. I got a master's degree in marine biology, a bachelor's in biomechanics, alongside experience in working with new species and their discovery. I've been chosen very carefully for this mission, which will be referred to as Project Sepnus. I'm currently stationed in a habitat which was designed to withstand extreme pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. I'm currently, well over 35,000 feet below the surface of the ocean, surrounded completely by darkness. The fall has lightly damaged the interior of my habitat, but it will be repairable and habitable nonetheless. This recording will be the end of Day 1 for me. I've been here for over 6 hours now, and I'm excited to explore the depths. The purpose of Project Sepnus is to explore and investigate the depths of the trench. We're hoping to discover new chemical and medical-related properties along the way. Tomorrow is the beginning of a new dawn. The first time that, anyone will ever swim in this trench. My equipment includes a temperature-powered, hyper-bright flashlight, multiple tools for self-protection, as well as a collection of samples in a synthetic foam bodysuit. This allows me to withstand the pressures of the water around me. Updates will continue as follows. Day 2, Week 1, Month 1, Month 2, Month 3, and so forth, until I feel that my exploration has reached its limits. End communication. Activity Log 2. This is Unit 14, Dr. Lewis Bryce, recording Day 7's data and research log. The week has been, rather eventful, and has shown great potential in our discoveries. I explored the area surrounding me, including the hydrothermal vents that are scattered around my location. The location of the habitat is approximately 40 meters from the true depth of the trench. I'm sitting at exactly 35,127 feet of depth. I'm overlooking the maximum depth of 36,201 feet. My area of exploration has proved rather fruitful to our expectations. I've been able to verify multiple hypotheses about the pressure's effect on minerals and organisms alike. I've discovered multiple new species of flora and fauna, which proved to have extremely interesting ways of adapting to pressure and temperature change. Multiple florae have shown signs of developing defense mechanisms to prevent their own consumption from surrounding fauna. I'm yet to receive any transmission for naming anything, but I'll just refer to most flora and fauna by my own made-up and simplistic names for the time being. The most interesting of the flora would have to be what I call Botress. Botress take on an appearance kind of like that of a sunflower, but with rather flashy colors, including multiple shades of neon variants with its bioluminescence. These florae have extremely short stems with thick and strong roots clinging to the ocean floor below. None show signs of horizontal growth, gaining some sort of energy by facing the surface exclusively. These florae, they have an active defense system, working as a kind of a stabbing mechanism to any possible approaching predators. I nearly learned that one the hard way upon approaching it, and I'll continue to practice more safe approaches while examining these things. The first fauna that I've come across, I'll refer to it as Warions. These passive, vegetarian faunas tend to stick to the ocean floor, feeding on the bacteria and the microorganisms that live on it. These creatures are clearly the bottom feeders in this ecosystem, as I found their remains in multiple locations in the surrounding habitat. These creatures, they have a transparent, membrane-like layer of skin covering basic organs and cartilage-like bones. Their skin is made to specifically avoid reflecting any light, allowing itself to hide from whatever preys on it. Before I end today's communication, I'd also like to share my findings of something rather odd. When inspecting the hydro vents, a kind of loud, rumbling sound could be heard closer to the maximum depth than the cliff that overlooks it. I'm completely unaware of its origin, but it can be heard in consistent pulses when near the edge. I'll update the activity log on my findings as I progress through this ecosystem. End communication. Activity log. Activity log 3. This is Unit 14, Dr. Lewis Bryce, recording Day 30's data and research log. I've discovered multiple sets of organisms, and I'm beginning to form a full food chain for the trench. In brief explanations, I've found 3 different flora and 6 fauna. The 3 flora will remain nameless as they perform simple but surprisingly beneficial tasks. They seem to convert nitrogen and sulfur into beneficial bacteria and nutrients through a kind of filter-like function located in what appears to be an aquatic flower. I've gathered multiple samples of these unidentified nutrients as well, and have taken seeds from each plant found. The fauna all have basic functions in this ecosystem, mostly playing the role of basic predator and prey. The most notable have been the only 2 predators found thus far. The first predator I will refer to as the Mary shark. Named after this trench, this predator uses its triangular fins to push itself off the ocean floor. The Mary shark, it possesses a crimson and gray color, invulnerable to light and appearing in mixed patches over its thick body. This appearance and behavior are used to corner and attack fauna, using a goblin shark-like jaw to launch its short, barbed teeth at prey. This fauna has been found most commonly around a full length of 9 feet, and it appears to be uninterested in my presence. I discovered this fauna as a carcass at first, clearly falling victim to a much bigger predator. The second predator, it will be referred to as a sea raven. This ray-like predator, it sends gusts of water towards its prey in order to disorientate it. It tends to swim wherever it feels fit, not sticking to a consistent location. This creature, it has also been seen laying eggs near different flora, not having any specific reproductive parts. To follow up on those pulses I felt near the edge, the rumbling, it's beginning to grow louder. The depth of the noise itself, it's causing vibrations on the edge of the cliff, being the reasoning behind a near-death experience. As the rumbling grew louder, the structure below me, it began to crumble, nearly expelling me into the depth itself. I will continue to explore the cause of the rumbling. End communication. Activity Log 4. This is Unit 14, Dr. Lewis Bryce, recording Day 60's Data and Research Log. I've discovered multiple new flora of minor significance, alongside 2 and possibly 3rd fauna. The rumbling has grown loud enough that I can hear it 30 feet away from the cliff, vibrating the flora around me. The habitat is beginning to grow multiple different species of flora all around its exterior, which resulted in a requirement for basic maintenance, just in order to keep the lights going. Aside from adaptive flora, I've discovered something alarming, yet intriguing. Across the cliff, I can see what appears to be a set of lights, just like mine, as well as a larger light hanging down in the depth. The darkness, it shouldn't allow this, but it's clearly something worth exploring. Alongside the lights, the habitat's surroundings are showing signs of possible human contact in the past. Multiple scratches and patterns can be found along the walls of the trench, showing odd signals and what could possibly be lettering. The 2 fauna discovered, they're both of a neutral hostility class. They're omnivores, basically, as well as one showing the signs of mammal birthing patterns. This first new species of aquatic life could very well mean a source for cloning or reproductive revelations. And the creature, it's beautiful. This creature, it'll be referred to as Hamas. With a tough hide of scales, Hamas have a rather intimidating appearance, complete with short fangs and claw-like appendages in random numbers spouting from the abdomen. The most appendages seen on an adult Hamas were what I have counted to be 13. These creatures, they can grow up to 26 feet long, and they're completely passive to my presence. The second fauna has... My apologies. It sounded as if something were knocking on the habitat. I'll just skip to the 3rd possible fauna. This creature, it was spotted swimming directly above the habitat, upon returning for more exploration. It seemed to be directly hostile to anything around it, tearing the carcass of a sea raven to pieces. It made odd, squeaking and rattle-like noises while eating, being larger than the habitat itself. For reference, the habitat is approximately 10 feet tall, with rooms dedicated to my living and experiments. The creature sat on the experimental habitat, draping what appeared to be a thick tail over the window of the room. It had black coloring with kind of spots of white all along its hide, and could very well be over 80 feet long. I slowly approached the habitat, unaware of what could possibly happen upon being noticed. In regards to the lights across the cliff, they stand in the same location, still without any features. The rumbling has slowed its pace slightly, however, now sending visible ripples into the water above it. End communication. Activity Log 5. This is Unit 14, Dr. Lewis Bryce. Recording Day 93's Data and Research Log. It has been a rather eventful past month, with multiple happenings that could very well affect my own safety. Soon after recording last month's log, the habitat was blocked in by the creature I'd seen before. I've now seen its face, and I can now confirm that this creature has to be the apex predator of the Mariana Trench. After approaching the habitat, I hid from the view of the window and watched through my hiding spot as it appeared to investigate my location. The creature's face, it's got a sloped, cylinder-like connection to its body, like that of an eel. Its face is composed of a massive mouth that extends into, for lack of a better word, humanoid way across the face. It contains God knows how many teeth. The creature also showed some form of unorthodox senses, appearing to be listening or smelling, with a large flap of skin that extends around the base of its face, folding out into a direct sphere to possibly intimidate prey, I guess. Next to the two black eyes it possesses are two bioluminescent spots, appearing to even project an actual light into its surroundings. Needless to say, this creature, it poses a threat to my location and my safety. I have limited some exploration due to this circumstance, but I have done further discoveries on bacteria and other organisms. Upon taking fauna into the habitat, their forms have changed drastically. I've sent pictures through transmission and have received proper instruction on how to proceed with sampling. I've discovered some of the fauna to be edible, and some to even contain psychedelic effects on the human mind. Some of these effects are audible and visual hallucination, extreme visualization and surrounding audio, and basic disorientation. After consuming Warions, these effects have been present in myself. They wear off after about 7 hours, but they leave a hungover state, including headaches and body pain. The most common hallucinations experienced were lights passing through the window, as well as knocking on the habitat. I am requesting immediate dismissal after I send my next transmission. End communication. Activity Log 6. This is Unit 14, Dr. Lewis Bryce. Recording Day 94's data and research log. I have finished my exploration, and I am requesting extraction and dismissal from my post here. I have not received transmissions from IPO in over 2 weeks, and I'm unaware of the reasoning behind the lack of communication, but I worry for my safety. I'll be sending 2 more activity logs to ensure my extraction is in progress, and if I errors communication. Activity Log 7. This is Unit 14, Dr. Lewis Bryce. Recording Day 95's data and research log. I still await extraction, but will continue to inform you of the happenings. I left the habitat soon after the last log, and I discovered something odd. 2 of the lights on the other side are now completely non-existent, only having the presence of the middle one left. Alongside this, the sudden intensity of the growling. What the hell is that? I'm not just hearing things, am I? I could have sworn I heard some knocking from behind me. Regardless, the rumbling is now growing in intensity, and is beginning to show signs of a possible intelligent life form providing the source of it. The growling has been forming full words in the form of Morse code, none having any significance to my location. I will send another activity log tomorrow with a full record of the Morse code. And communication. Activity Log 8. This is Unit 14, Dr. Lewis Bryce. Recording Day 96's data and research log. I yet again await extraction, but will continue to inform you of the happenings. The 3rd light is now missing from across the depth. I'm completely unaware of its whereabouts, but I'm beginning to grow paranoid about its connection to the growl. As I discovered the light going out, the Morse code began to become even faster. Upon the first day, I was able to record the following words and numbers. Grass needs 13, deceased, market. I'm completely unaware of the meaning behind the words, but more has been said and show meaning. Abandoned, light, deep, 13, 13, 13. The number 13 was repeated 3 times, alongside the numbers 1 to 14 being repeated 4 times. 2 of these words apply to the current situation, guaranteeing intelligent life forms creating these noises. Those words being light and deep. I'll update you once more tomorrow. That is, if you're on your way. End communication. Activity Log 9. This is Unit 14, and I'm starting to get really pissed off. Where the hell are you guys? You told me this was a 2-way mission, and I'm starting to think that was a load of bullshit. Look, I'm sorry to be rude here, but my safety is at risk. The lights are back again, but I'm not sure how. This time, they're appearing far closer, almost as if they're floating over the cliff. They're fully visible from the window of the habitat, shining over the edge of the full depth. The growling has completely paused for some reason, and oh my god, what in the hell? The lights are gone again. They keep randomly disappearing without control. I'm in no mood to investigate, but I'll watch. Since this is an audio recording, you can't see what I'm seeing, but it's really weird. The lights are flickering in the habitat, but in a really odd way. Oh no! This is Unit 14, requesting immediate help and extraction. It's staring through the window. It hasn't moved all day. I've kept the lights off after the flickering. I can only see because of the bioluminescence. Please come get me. I'm begging you. Please. Send someone. Please. Please. I'll do anything. Please. I have a family. I want to see my wife again. Please. Please help me. I just want to go home. Its lights went off, and I don't know why. Please. Please come help. And this is Unit 14. It's now day 99. And the creature is still in the same spot, waiting for me to do something. It knows I'm here. You rich assholes. Just send us in to do your dirty work. Tell us you'll bring us back out once we're done. You lied. This was a sham from the beginning. You don't care about your workers. You leave us to die. I was supposed to help the world. Share my findings. To revolutionize medicine. You goddamn liars. You lied to me. I'm gonna die down here. It hurt me. I'm dead. It moved away from the habitat, but it's coming back. There's no doubt in my mind. Growling's back. It's saying something. It's saying 13 of us. What does that mean? 13 of us. It's saying something else. Hold on. It said number 14. Number 14. Unit 14? Wait. 13 of us. It all makes sense now. I'm the 14th poor bastard you sent down here, aren't I? Do you just wait for us to die and move on to the next candidate? You bunch of pricks. Think you run everything, don't you? I'm just never getting out of here. Please. Just kill me. Come back already. I can't take it anymore. I've had it. I've had it. What is that damn knocking noise? I'm going to the window. Oh my God! There are carcasses stacked outside the habitat. That's what the knocking has been. Body parts. Human body parts. Unit 7. Unit 3. Oh my god!